Have you ever noticed people quietly avoiding sitting next to you? Or maybe your grandchild suddenly refuses to sit on your lap like they used to. Have you caught your family opening windows more often when you're around, or heard whispers about a strange old person smell you never knew you had? If any of this sounds familiar, you're not alone, and it's not your fault. Nearly everyone over 60 develops a unique body odor caused by natural changes in the body. The frustrating part? Most seniors don't realize it, and families often avoid talking about it. But here's the good news. This smell isn't permanent or something you just have to accept. With just a few simple, proven steps, you can dramatically reduce or even eliminate it, and bring back those warm hugs and close moments with your loved ones. In this video, I'm going to reveal the surprising science behind why this happens, what common mistakes might be making it worse, and most importantly, the easy, practical routine that over 1,000 seniors have used to restore their confidence and family connections. Stick with me until the end because you'll learn exactly where to focus your daily care to stop the smell, how diet affects your body odor, and what simple lifestyle tweaks make a huge difference. Don't miss these life-changing tips. Your family, your social life, and your self-esteem will thank you. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Let me share a story about George Carter, a man who took great pride in his daily routine. George was meticulous. He bathed every single day, lived in a spotless home, and cared deeply about his hygiene. He believed that was enough to keep him fresh and confident. But then, one afternoon, something happened that shattered his world. His son had brought some friends over, and George happened to overhear one of them whisper, "Man, that old guy's smell is really strong." Those words hit George like a punch to the gut. It wasn't just the insult, it was the crushing realization that despite all his efforts, something was wrong, something invisible yet undeniable. From that moment on, George's life changed. He started to withdraw, especially when his grandchildren came to visit. He found himself retreating to his room more often, too embarrassed to be around the people he loved most. I can't imagine the loneliness and heartbreak that must have stirred inside him. Maybe, if you're still here with me, you're wondering if that smell might be something affecting you too, and the truth is, there's a good chance it is. But please don't despair. There is hope, and by watching this video all the way through, you'll discover a simple, effective solution that could change everything. Here's what I want you to understand. Science proves that as our bodies age, they develop a unique odor. It's not because you're unclean or careless. Our bodies simply change, naturally, inevitably, and that includes how we smell. But this doesn't mean you have to accept it or live with it forever. Finish this video, and you'll learn how to stop hearing those whispers behind your back. Does that old man or woman smell too much? Because let me be honest, kids are brutally honest, and if they won't sit on your lap, it's a painful sign. I remember Betty Davis, a lovely woman aged 65, who confided in me with tears in her eyes. "Dr. Henry," she said, "my grandkid won't sit on my lap anymore. What can I do?" Her voice cracked, and my heart broke for her. After 50 years of research and treating patients, I've uncovered a secret no one else has told you. It's astonishingly simple. Spending just 3 minutes washing 2 specific spots on your body can wipe out 90% of that stubborn smell. I've seen it transform the lives of over 1,000 patients. Suddenly, family bonds grow stronger, hugs return, and joy fills the room again. Just last week, I met Frank Wilson, an 88-year-old man who told me, "Dr. Henry, I use expensive cologne every day, but my son still won't stay in my room." He opened the window wide, frustration and sadness mixing in his voice. "Do you know how much that hurts? I had to be honest with him. I told Frank the hard truth. Cologne isn't the answer. It only covers the smell temporarily, like spraying an air freshener in a filthy bathroom. It layers one scent over another, making things worse. To truly fix this, you must tackle the root cause. Many seniors fall into the same trap. When they notice a strange odor, they reach for more deodorant or perfume, hoping to mask the problem. But instead of helping, this only creates a confusing mix of smells that family and visitors find overwhelming. The windows get opened more often, and seniors feel more isolated and hurt. Breaking this painful cycle means understanding where the smell truly comes from. So, do you know exactly what causes that unmistakable old person smell? It's more than just less bathing or aging in general. There's a clear scientific explanation behind it. Knowing this is the key to defeating it. Let me walk you through the science. First, as we age, our sweat patterns change dramatically. When we're young, our bodies produce about a quart of sweat each day, helping flush out toxins and keep our skin clean. But after 60, that amount drops to less than half. You might think, less sweat means less smell, right? It's quite the opposite. Sweat is a natural cleanser. It helps remove toxins and dirt from our skin. When sweat decreases, those toxins build up, providing a feast for bacteria that multiply and create that unpleasant odor. I recall Nancy Clark, a 71-year-old woman who asked me, "Dr. Henry, I barely sweat anymore, so why do I smell?" I explained that less sweat means her body wasn't flushing out waste effectively, which leads to the problem. Robert Evans, a 73-year-old man, shared his own experience. "When I was younger, I sweated buckets and worried about it. Now I barely sweat, and I thought that was a good thing, but it's worse." His words highlight a hard truth. Our bodies rely on sweat to clear away waste, and when that natural process slows, odors build up. Second, there's a surprising change in the oily substance our skin produces, called sebum. As we age, the chemistry of sebum shifts. Young and old sebum are very different. In older skin, sebum contains a compound I call nominal, a fatty acid that's almost absent in young people but spikes as we pass 50, reaching its peak around age 70. This compound is the main culprit behind that distinct old person smell. After decades of research, I can say with confidence that this oxidized fatty acid is what causes that unmistakable scent. As we grow older, especially after the age of 60, our bodies go through many subtle but powerful changes. One of the most overlooked is what happens inside our mouths. You might not realize it, but saliva production drops by more than half after 60. Saliva is more than just moisture. It's a natural cleanser that washes away bacteria and helps keep the delicate balance of acidity in our mouths. Without enough saliva, the environment inside your mouth shifts dramatically. It becomes dry, and that dryness creates a perfect storm where bacteria multiply quickly, leading to that unpleasant, lingering bad breath many seniors quietly struggle with. I remember hearing Linda Harris, a lovely 69-year-old woman, open up about this very issue. She said, "My mouth's dry all the time, and I can even smell it when I talk. It makes me so shy around my grandkids. I have to stand back and keep my distance." Imagine how heartbreaking that must feel, to want nothing more than closeness and warmth with your family, yet feeling held back by something so invisible, so misunderstood. It's not just about hygiene, it's about dignity, connection, and love. And here's something many people don't know. Even if you take daily showers, wear cologne, or rinse with mouthwash, the smell can still cling stubbornly. Why? Because of those 3 silent changes in your body I mentioned: the drop in saliva, the bacteria boom, and the dry mouth. But the best part? There's a simple fix. Yes, you heard that right. A real solution that doesn't require expensive lotions, fancy gadgets, or complicated treatments. You're simply missing a few key spots that need attention. Let's break it down so you can finally say goodbye to that old age smell. These are straightforward, effective steps that anyone can follow. Stick with me till the end, because if you commit to these habits for just a month, you'll see a transformation. Not just in how you smell, but in how your family treats you. Their warmth will return, and you'll feel like yourself again. One question I hear all the time from my patients is, "Dr. Henry, can you help me get rid of this old person smell?" And I always answer with a confident, hopeful yes, but you have to do it right. There are ways no one has shown you before. Take James Parker, for example, a 75-year-old gentleman who came to my clinic feeling defeated. He told me, "My grandkids won't come into my room anymore, and my son keeps opening the windows to air it out." That pain in his voice. It's something I see often. But 6 months later, after following my advice, James beamed and said, "Now my grandkid sits on my lap again, like magic." That joy, the restoration of closeness and family love, is priceless. And it's something you can feel too. What I'm about to share with you is grounded in over 50 years of medical research and the experiences of countless patients, 97% of whom have seen clear, lasting results. And the best news? You don't need to run to pharmacies or hospitals. You can start right at home, today. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Here's the first rule. Drink plenty of warm water every day. I know some people wonder, water? How can that help? But think of water as your body's natural cleaner. It flushes out toxins and waste through your urine, helping reduce the substances that contribute to that old smell. A simple habit like drinking 1 glass of warm water first thing every morning can make a surprising difference. Margaret Adams, who's 72, shared with me how tough it was at first to get into the routine, but after a month, it felt like she couldn't start her day without it. "My skin feels better, and my grandkid even said I smell nice," she said with a smile. Aim for 6 glasses a day. 1 when you wake, before and after lunch, mid-afternoon, before dinner, and before bed. If you're struggling, set alarms or reminders. And remember, coffee or tea doesn't count. They dehydrate you, so for every cup, add an extra glass of water. Next, get outside for light walks in the sunshine. I know it's easy to say, "I'm too old for exercise." But I'm not asking for anything strenuous. Just 20 gentle minutes under mild sunlight is enough. The sun helps kill harmful bacteria on your skin, and walking sweats out just the right amount of toxins. Avoid the harsh midday sun. Morning or late afternoon are best. Fred Taylor once told me, "At first, my legs hurt, and I couldn't even manage a full 10 minutes. But the doctor encouraged me to try slowly. Now, even if I'm a bit out of breath, I keep going." That small step is a big victory. Finally, shower every day with warm, not hot, water. I get it, winters are cold, and daily showers can feel like a chore. But bathing is critical. It washes away the buildup of dirt and bacteria that cause odor. Hot water may feel comforting, but it damages your skin's natural protective barrier, making the problem worse. Warm water, between 100 and 104 degrees Fahrenheit, is just right. Once a week, try soaking in a warm bath for 20 minutes. It opens your pores and helps deep clean your skin. Many patients say that after a soak, their skin feels softer and fresher, and their body odor drops significantly. These steps may seem small, but their impact is enormous. It's about reclaiming your confidence, your closeness with loved ones, and the dignity you deserve. You're not just fighting a smell, you're fighting loneliness, invisibility, and the fear of being forgotten. And with the right care, you can win this fight. If you want to say goodbye to that stubborn old age smell that can sometimes sneak up on us as we grow older, there are 3 simple rules you absolutely must follow, and trust me, they work wonders. But here's the real game changer that most people don't know. When you shower, there are 3 specific spots on your body you need to scrub thoroughly. 90% of that unpleasant odor comes from these hidden places, Yet surprisingly, so many seniors either skip them or don't clean them well enough. First and foremost, focus on your skin folds, the little creases where your skin naturally bends and overlaps. Think about your neck, armpits, under your breasts, your belly button, groin, behind the knees, and even your elbows. These folds are like little sweat traps, creating a perfect cozy environment for bacteria to grow and cause that lingering smell. What really surprises me, and honestly broke my heart a bit, is how often older adults miss spots like the back of the neck and behind the ears, places that hardly anyone notices but where the smell can be the strongest. I remember Susan Brooks, a vibrant 66-year-old, telling me with amazement, "Dr. Henry, I've been showering my whole life but never really scrubbed my armpits and chest the way you told me. The difference is incredible. My smell's way down, and now my grandkid hugs me again without pulling away." Just imagine how much a little extra care can restore those precious moments of closeness and affection. When you shower, gently use a soft cloth or loofah to clean these folds, but be careful not to scrub too hard. The skin there is delicate, and harsh rubbing can cause irritation or damage. Next, don't forget the hairy spots, your armpits, chest, and scalp. Hair naturally traps sweat and oils, especially on the scalp, and yet it's often overlooked during cleaning. I always tell my patients, spend a few extra minutes massaging your scalp while shampooing. It makes a difference. Tom Harris, 62, shared with me, "Doc, after you told me that, I tried massaging my scalp every time I washed my hair. The smell just faded. Even my grandkid pats my head now instead of wrinkling his nose." It's such a simple change, but it can bring back that feeling of confidence and closeness with loved ones. For men, pay attention to chest or belly hair too. Make sure to lather soap well, rinse thoroughly, and dry completely to keep that area fresh. Then, the third major spot, your sweaty areas, like your feet, between your toes, and your palms. These places have tons of sweat glands and can become a breeding ground for odor-causing bacteria. Feet especially suffer, being cooped up in shoes all day long, turning into a little bacterial paradise. John Miller, 68, opened up to me, saying, "Man, my feet used to stink so badly. Once I started scrubbing between my toes and drying them thoroughly before putting on clean socks, the smell disappeared. My daughter-in-law doesn't grimace when she's in my room anymore." That simple routine made a huge difference in his home life, and it can for you too. Use cotton socks, change them daily, and rotate your shoes so they can dry out properly. And don't forget your back. It's one of the trickiest places to reach, but sweat there seeps into your shirts, causing that musty smell. Use a long-handled brush or cloth to scrub your back well during showers. When cleaning these three key areas, always use warm water instead of hot. Hot water can strip your skin of its natural protective barrier, actually making the smell worse. Mild soap works best. Skip strong, heavily scented products because they can irritate your skin and sometimes even worsen odors. Mary Johnson, 71, once told me with disbelief, "I didn't think something so simple could cut down the smell, but I tried it, and it worked like magic. Now my grandkid loves sitting on my lap watching TV, and I feel so much happier." After your shower, moisturizing is essential because dry, flaky skin tends to smell more, especially during cold winter months. Once a week, treat yourself to a 20-minute soak in a warm 100 degrees Fahrenheit bath. This helps open pores and release deep dirt and sweat buildup. Follow it up by drying off gently and applying a good moisturizer. Your skin will thank you, and so will your sense of confidence. And here's a question many ask, what about the garlic and spices I've eaten forever? Could that be causing the smell? The answer is comforting. While garlic or spicy foods might give a temporary scent, their powerful antioxidants help fight that old age odor over time. So, enjoy your meals without guilt. These simple, heartfelt tips can truly transform how you feel about yourself and how others feel around you. Taking just a little extra time each day to care for these hidden spots is more than hygiene. It's about reclaiming your dignity, your confidence, and the warmth of those close embraces that make life beautiful. First and foremost, focus on eating more antioxidants. I know, antioxidants might sound like some complicated scientific term that only doctors throw around, but in reality, it's quite simple. They are your body's natural defenders against aging. Aging itself is largely driven by a process called oxidation, and this very process is a major cause of that unpleasant old age smell many people worry about. Antioxidants step in like tiny warriors, fighting off oxidation and helping to slow down the aging effects happening inside your body. Think of them as your secret weapon for staying fresh and healthy. Foods rich in antioxidants are surprisingly common and delicious. Tomatoes, apples, juicy strawberries, buckwheat, and wholesome brown rice all pack a powerful punch to curb aging from within, which directly helps reduce unwanted odors. You'll especially want to reach for red or purple fruits and veggies because they're bursting with antioxidants. Take Paul King, for example, a lively 79-year-old who shared, "My doctor told me to eat 1 apple and 1 tomato daily. Just 2 months later, my granddaughter told me I don't smell anymore. It felt like magic." Isn't that incredible? And don't underestimate garlic, even though it might make you pause at first because of its sharp smell. Once digested, garlic releases allicin, a compound that fights bacteria and neutralizes oxidants deep inside your body. Just 1 or 2 cloves a day can do wonders, not only boosting your overall health but also quietly wiping away stubborn body odor. Secondly, hydrate yourself with watery fruits and vegetables like watermelon, pears, and more tomatoes. These foods act like natural flushers, rinsing out toxins through your urine and cleansing your system gently yet effectively. Nancy Miller, who is 68, told me, "I made it a habit to eat half a cucumber and a tomato every day for my health, and after 3 months, people started saying I don't smell anymore." That kind of change is powerful. But I get it. Sometimes it's tough to eat enough fresh produce. Here's a simple trick. Blend them into a daily smoothie. This easy, tasty habit can slash that old age smell much more than you'd expect. Third, never neglect your mouth. Sure, brushing your teeth 3 times a day is basic hygiene, but it's often not enough to keep bad breath away. Your tongue can be a hidden hiding place for bacteria that cause the worst kinds of bad breath. A regular toothbrush just doesn't cut it here. You need a tongue scraper, a small and affordable tool you can easily find at any drugstore. Scraping your tongue every day makes a huge difference in freshness. Linda Parker, 73, confessed, "At first, tongue scraping made me gag, but now I can't imagine skipping it. My breath feels so much fresher." On top of that, chewing sugar-free gum, especially ones with xylitol, can stimulate saliva, which naturally fights mouth odor and even helps prevent cavities. Just chew for about 10 minutes after meals, and you'll notice a big drop in mouth smells. Fourth, cut back on coffee and alcohol. These beloved drinks can sneakily dehydrate you, and dehydration is a major factor that worsens body odor. Alcohol breaks down in your liver into something called acetaldehyde, which then leaves your body through sweat, often carrying a strong and unpleasant smell. George Carter, 71, opened up about his experience. "I used to drink a bottle of whiskey daily. Turns out, that was the culprit. After switching to barley tea, within a month, my body smell was noticeably less." If you love coffee, try limiting yourself to 1 or 2 cups a day and drink plenty of water or barley tea alongside it. As for alcohol, reducing your intake or quitting altogether can make a dramatic difference. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Fifth and finally, make sure you're getting enough fiber. Believe it or not, constipation can seriously amplify body odor. When waste stays trapped in your system, toxins can get reabsorbed into your bloodstream and released through your skin, causing that unwanted smell. Foods rich in fiber, such as brown rice, whole grains, and plenty of fruits and vegetables, keep your digestive system running smoothly and prevent this problem. Starting your day with brown rice or oatmeal is an easy, effective way to kickstart your bowels. Margaret Evans, 77, shared her story. I struggled with constipation my whole life. When I started having brown rice and soup for breakfast, my digestion improved, and weirdly enough, my body odor dropped too. It's a simple change with big benefits. Don't wait until later. Starting these small but powerful habits today will save you from wasting money on useless, expensive products that don't work. These practices don't just reduce unpleasant smells, they contribute to your overall health and vitality. For a strong, active, and confident old age, there's no better time to begin than right now. Next, I'll dive into how to care for your clothing and personal gear, then wrap everything up nicely. So stick around until the end. Trust me, if you start doing all this today, within just 1 month, you'll notice a remarkable difference in how you feel and smell. Finally, let's talk about something many overlook, but that plays a huge role in the way we smell as we age: our clothes and personal items. You may shower every day, feeling clean and fresh, but if you're slipping into smelly shirts, underwear, or bedding, all that care can go to waste. It's heartbreaking when you do everything right with hygiene, yet those lingering odors still linger around you like an invisible barrier. That's why focusing on what you wear and sleep on is essential. First, changing your clothes and underwear frequently is one of the simplest yet most powerful steps you can take. Wearing the same shirt or underwear multiple times without washing might seem harmless, especially when you're tired or trying to save on laundry, but sweat and skin oils soak in and create a perfect playground for bacteria. These bacteria thrive and produce that unmistakable old age smell, especially during hot summer days when we sweat more. Robert Harris, 72, shared his own experience. I used to save laundry days, wearing the same clothes 3 or 4 days in a row. My doctor told me, daily swaps are non-negotiable. Smells rain you down. Hearing that hit home for him. Underwear, especially, should be changed daily. Cotton underwear is best because it breathes and wicks sweat away naturally. Synthetic fabrics, on the other hand, trap moisture and make the smell worse. Washing clothes regularly and drying them in the sun, if you can, because sunshine is a natural bacteria killer, is a simple habit that pays off. And on those rainy days when drying outside isn't possible, make sure clothes are thoroughly dried indoors before wearing them again. Second, the bedding we rest on night after night deserves just as much attention. We spend roughly 8 hours every night lying on pillows and sheets that quietly collect sweat, skin flakes, and oils, turning into a breeding ground for odor-causing bacteria. It's no wonder your bedroom can carry a faint but persistent smell. Washing bedding at least once a week and drying it in the sun, if possible, can work wonders. Pillowcases need extra care since they soak up natural oils and flakes from your head and face. Changing those more often can keep your sleeping space feeling fresh. Linda Parker, 75, admitted, "I used to wash my sheets monthly, which felt like enough. But my doctor suggested weekly, and though it seemed like a hassle at first, now it's routine. My room smells so much better. It's such a relief." Don't forget to replace old pillows and blankets every year or two, since dust mites and bacteria accumulate and contribute to bad odors. Third, shoes and socks may seem like small players, but they have a big impact on how you smell overall. Our feet sweat, and that smell soaks into socks and shoes, silently affecting your whole vibe and confidence. Changing socks daily, especially cotton ones, keeps moisture at bay. And rotating your shoes, don't wear the same pair every day, gives them time to dry out and breathe. Sprinkling a little baking soda inside your shoes can absorb odors and keep them fresher longer. Paul King, 69, confessed, "I stuck to one pair of shoes forever, and the smell was noticeable. My doctor told me to switch it up and change socks daily. Now, my grandkid doesn't cringe when he visits my room anymore." That kind of simple change can bring back joy in family moments. Fourth, airing out your rooms regularly is often overlooked, but so important. Spending long hours indoors allows odors to build up, especially in bedrooms, bathrooms, and kitchens. Opening windows twice a day, once in the morning and once at night for about 10 minutes, can bring fresh air in and chase stale odors out. Bathrooms and kitchens often need extra ventilation since they trap stronger smells. Keeping a box of baking soda in the bathroom helps absorb bad odors naturally. Fred Taylor, 71, shared, "I hated the cold and rarely opened windows. My doctor told me to do it twice daily. It was chilly and annoying at first, but now the air feels so different. Even my daughter-in-law noticed and doesn't fling the windows open anymore." Fresh air really can make a difference in how your whole home feels. To sum it all up, the so-called old age smell doesn't come from just one thing. It's a combination of many factors: less sweat-trapping gunk, oxidized skin oils, dry mouth from less saliva, poor diet, neglecting hygiene, not drinking enough water, and especially overlooked clothes and bedding. But here's the good news. Fixing it doesn't require expensive products or complicated routines. Drink at least 6 cups of warm water daily to stay hydrated. Take a gentle 20-minute walk in mild sunlight to boost circulation. Scrub the 3 key body spots where sweat gathers. Eat antioxidant-rich foods like fruits, veggies, and garlic. Keep your mouth clean with brushing and tongue scraping. Wash clothes and bedding regularly. Underwear daily, sheets weekly, and air your rooms twice daily for 10 minutes each. These small changes cost almost nothing but can make a huge difference starting right now. Getting rid of that unwanted old age smell isn't just about avoiding embarrassment. It's about reclaiming a healthier, more confident life. When you take care of yourself this way, it not only boosts your health but lifts your spirits and strengthens your bonds with family and friends. Don't let a smell push you away from the people you love, steal your precious moments with your grandkids, or leave you feeling isolated. Margaret Adams, 62, told me, "I followed my doctor's tips faithfully. 6 months later, my grandkid happily sits on my lap while watching TV, hugs and kisses me freely again. Thanks to Dr. Henry, I got my joy back." And you can feel that too, right now, this very moment, if you just start. Thank you so much for watching and taking the time to learn about these simple but powerful habits to fight old age smell and boost your confidence and health. Now, I want to hear from you. What is one thing from today's video that stood out to you the most? What will you start practicing in your daily routine to feel fresher and more vibrant? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else in our community. If you found this video helpful, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Together, we can build a healthier, happier life at every age. See you in the next video.